Hello everyone, I'm Mefesto, and today a very quick one for you because it's getting quite late here. We'll be using today is something that we built on the stream yesterday, I think. The thing about this team is I really dislike the fact that it's quite slow. The only fast Pokemon, real fast Pokemon, is Electivire, and we don't even have any form of priority on this team, which is not good. It's quite solid in the sense like defensive-wise, covers some of the threats, but it struggles a lot against well-timed setup and all that stuff. Let's see how it goes. So, making excuses right away, right? No, it's not about this, but that's just the overview of the team. As you can see, again, it's just Bronzor, Spadev Bronzor, Poison, Silvally Poison, because we're actually getting wrecked. It used to be Silvally Dragon. We get wrecked by T-Spikes and all that stuff. Volt Beam, always nice. Shiinotic is a good shift answer. Also some Spore here, you know, always nice. Scarf, especially base Scarf Electivire, I've been enjoying it a lot lately. I know that obviously physical one hits harder, but this thing, first of all, is able to switch into Rotom fans and all that stuff. Then Choice Banded Golem Alola, one of the most underrated Pokemon in the tier, I feel. You've seen me use that thing a lot, and it just gets shit done, honestly. It just traps the steel types because we actually struggle against like stuff like Mawile and shit. You know, besides this, it just gets really hard hits off on anything. Many teams are not ready for Stone Edge spam, usually, you know. And then the team was sort of built around Tukan, Flyinium Z Tukan. That thing is able to bluff the Scarfs and all that crap, you know. Interesting team. So what do we have here? Sticky Webs, Screens, I suppose, because if you're using the male Meowstic, then it's usually Prankster Screens. This is what? Belly Drum Magmar? Defog this thing. Why is this thing Brion? Okay, so that's an interesting team, but how we counter the Shuckle lead? We just go into Golem and just start attacking it. Again, look at his team and look at Golem. Nothing is able to take a Stone Edge too well. Since this is flying, this probably dies. I guess Brion can take one, but depending on the set, I don't know. So yeah, Golem lead seems amazing right here. So it's actually Meowstic lead, which is pretty interesting. So what we could do is probably gonna go for the Screens, I suppose. We could just hit it once, or should we just Volt Switch out? There's no way he does too much damage to us. We shouldn't be risking that as well, in case he's like HP ground, but that would be really strange. How do we counter this thing? We could Volt Switch out and go for our rocks and all that stuff, but that would invite in Magmar and let him set up, which isn't the best, to be fair. Magmar is quite fast as well, which is really bad. So we just, to prevent the Magmar, I'm actually scared of Magmar the most, because it's quite fast and it's able to do a lot of damage. Only Electivire and Silvally doesn't even outspeed it. Electivire would be able to outspeed it. We don't have Roar or anything. So what we want is we want to lock ourselves into such a move that prevents the Magmar from coming in. So Magicoat. We missed a lot of shit today. A lot of shit today. And it's Trick Flame Orb, unfortunately. So what we'll do is we will go into Silvally here. We could also spam Defog. But the thing is, if it's Psychic Stab, which it should be, right? Then Silvally has problems with this, but we can U-turn on this thing. He left as well. Okay, let's just go. I mean, we would have done a lot of damage. Probably even killed this thing, no? What is this set? I mean, we're Golem Alola for fucking sake, you know? Golem Alola, Are You Choice Band, Meowstic, M, Dual Screens, whatever. Dual Screens, presumably. If it's max defense, which it might not be. If it's max defense, what is the Stone Edge, man? How are you not using Stone Edge in this thing? 61 to 72 to a defensive set. If we take out the defense, which most likely it should be, without the bold nature, it's still not a KO, but with a different type of nature, it's also a roll. But if it's max HP, it presumably has to be max HP, but it seems like he's just gonna time out, which he actually joined in the last 10 seconds. That's fine though. So the Trick is incoming, and then I guess we'll pivot out. Exactly, Trick. Now we'll pivot out on the Psychic, I suppose. And what we will do... Damn it, son. We'll pivot out on the Psychic into Bronzor. Do we care about the Violet on the Bronze, or that's the question? We might not. We might not. If it's max speed, it should be max speed. I really don't want to take a Psychic with this thing, because it could be good to take a hit even from Magmar, Pikachu. I guess it doesn't do anything back to them. Should we just U-turn? I'm just gonna U-turn. Okay, or faster actually, so it's very bulky. It's very bulky, and we'll go into Bronzor. What would you want to do? So we know that it's Psychic, Trick, Magic Coat. So here he's probably gonna Trick, which sucks. So we'll actually go back into Silvally. Let's just Burn Stole him a little bit. He tries to go for the Magic Coat. Okay, interesting, interesting. So now we U-turn again. We U-turn again. Okay, this way we'll actually be able to kill it somehow. Okay, he goes into Shuckle, which is perfect. So now, bro, you gotta take the Golem. You gotta take the Wrath of the Magnarok. And we'll take it. Nothing, again, I reiterate this, nothing switches into Stone Edge. This thing dies because the Sturdy is broken. And that's about it. Dead Shuckle, that's amazing. So what, is it gonna go back into Meowstic? He could make a play and predict the Silvally coming in with Psychic, but I still want to go into Silvally. I don't want anything else tricked. Tukan could be the switch into it as well, because if Silvally Poison is faster, I suppose Tukan is faster as well. Why is it? Is it absolute min speed? If it's absolute min speed, why is it... Is it minus speed? Because it's 268 with a minimum speed. And we're still faster with Silvally, which is strange. Why is this? Oh, because it's Naive Nature. Yeah, put Naive Nature, so it's 244. It's actually faster than Tukan. But now it's strange that he goes Magmar. Is it Earthquake? I have to just... I'm fearing the setup. So the thing is, I have to go for the Stone Edge here. Focus Blast, which actually kills... Is this Specs? I guess we're too weak. God damn it, son. So it's Specs. That's not too good, considering that this Pokemon was amazing against him. Amazing. I should have switched out, though. What is this thing, Specs? I'm just gonna go Evire. Dartrix is probably the switch, but if I lock myself into HP Ice and we get bopped by him staying in, that would be really bad. That's why I just want to Earthquake. He might switch, though. Yeah, he does switch into Pikachu. I could have just Earthquaked. What is going on? We give him the +1 special attack. What the fuck is going on? Bronzor still takes it, I believe. Damn it, son. Why am I misplaying this? You see, I'm not feeling this team. But okay, Grass Knot. And now we just go for the Rocks. Would be able to take a hit. Knockoff, that's an interesting set you have there, bro. This thing. And now we try to Toxic. I feel like we can just sack this thing. You know, let's just Toxic. He goes to the Thunder, hits it. What is this set? What are we facing? But I'm just gonna go for the Earthquake here. He has to go Dartrix though, which he doesn't. Okay, he sacks this thing. He probably goes into Dartrix after. And what, defogs? But then the Dartrix will go into Tukan, which will be fine. Exactly. He goes Dartrix, that's fine. I'll go into Tukan and start wrecking shit. So it is defog. That's fine, I guess. For the Magmar, it would have been good. But what we can do, I don't want to necessarily set up, not to give him enough damage on us. But if I also Z, and Magmar comes in after, then we're not going to be taking Brave Bird, and we should take any hit from Magmar at this rate. Though it seems like it is Specs, though. I feel like he might switch. He does switch into Brionne. I could have Z'd this thing, but we're definitely faster. We are definitely faster. So now we just Bullet Seed. Unless it's Scarf Brionne, which would make no sort of sense to me. Because even with Scarf, if you're running Timid, you still hit only like just over. Okay, he leaves. Okay, fine. That's fine. That is okay. He doesn't know what to do, but that's we'll take that for sure. I mean, it was an easy win, but with Golem dying, it was a little bit more difficult, you know. Yeah, and the Scarf Brionne doesn't even outspeed, it barely outspeeds max speed Electivire, obviously non-Scarf. But yeah. Barely hits 330, not even 330, which sucks, obviously sucks. So that there's just no way. And That's why it was safe. I mean, the team sucked anyway. It's pretty strange that you would use a team like this. But you see how the ZU ladder has been quite lively lately. And there's also these shift tree suspect tests going on. I forgot that... I forgot about it. Not necessarily forgot about this, but I thought that they would leave a message that the message the I don't know what, like in news or just here it should say like ZU suspect test and all that stuff. But they have a new way of suspect testing now to not reset the ladder, which is actually really cool. I really like that way. Look, here the thing is, he either leads off with Shuckle or Bastiodon, but it seems like Shuckle would be the lead, seeing that we have Bronzer in the first slot. This is like pseudo Trick Room without a Trick Room setter. Interesting team, but not that threatening. I guess Golem is the play. Golem is the play always on the Shuckle lead. That's amazing. And we'll just Stone Edge here. Stone Edge breaks the sturdy. Again, we have... He's probably gonna sag this thing. But I guess he goes Marowak, I could go Salvali and just defog constantly. But this Shuckle might get out of hand. How? Let's just attack it. Yeah, let's just attack it, kill it. The play he's gonna make is probably gonna be Marowak. Unless he Fire Punches on the switch, Shiinotic should be a good Marowak check. We actually have to go Shiinotic. Yeah, we have to go Shiinotic. And then I guess... How do we pivot on the Fire Punch? I feel like Shiinotic is gonna die to a ground move and then a Fire Punch, because even though it's Fizz Def, but that's a Marowak with a thick club, man. That thing is powerful, so he actually Stone Edges on the switch. Good play, but we'll take another one. Unless he is Fire Punch. I don't want to test it though, because I have no good switching into Fire Punch, you know? I'm just gonna Giga Drain. He goes into his own Shiinotic. I was thinking about this, but we just need a little bit of health. A little bit of health. And on this Shiinotic though, he's probably gonna go for the Toxic or something. Even if he spores the Salvali, that's not the worst. I just want to get rid of the webs, because otherwise Marowak is gonna be a threat. So our priority right here is to get rid of the webs. If he double switches into Marowak here, fair enough, very good play. But again, seeing this right now, it's a free defog for us. Even if he puts the thing to sleep. Because, yeah, you see, actually if it's max speed, it's sub. God damn it. If it's max speed, it outspeeds us. But we just want to defog, so it isn't max speed. Spore, that's fine. Doesn't Bronzer wall this thing? It's probably Leech Seed, what? Sub, Spore, Leech Seed, and Giga Drain? Is that the set? I guess Bronzer walls it. And we're not going to break the sub just yet. You see, it is Leech Seed. Not going to break the sub just yet, because we can actually go for the rocks to break this 30 on the Bastiodon and do damage to Chatot. So he tries to Giga Drain. Yeah, exactly. He's just going to stay in, give us the rocks, and now we will break the sub here and then double switch. He might just sub stole us, actually. Oh, it didn't even break the sub because we got like min roll or something. Damn it, son. But Shiinotic kind of walls it. Shiinotic walls it, and we have Moonblast. We just don't have recovery. So we could just go into Shiinotic. I'm thinking like how I break the sub and then don't let him sub again. This thing could be good to take on the Chatot, but if it's Heat Wave, then it doesn't matter too much. You see what I mean? Let's just go Shiinotic. Okay. I'm just thinking the plays in advance what to do in this case. We could just spam Moonblast here. This doesn't allow Marowak to come in. He might go Kecleon once he sees that we cannot touch it. I guess that is the play. You see, he just Giga Drains constantly. I'm just gonna Moonblast. Even if he goes Bastiodon, we can put it to sleep after, or should be faster. We actually have the same speed, so it might be even a speed tie, because we're not invested in speed whatsoever. Bastion is his play. Actually, that's cool that we popped the balloon. And now hopefully we win the speed type, because you see we're 174 max and he's 174 max as well. We could just switch on the rocks and go into like Golem, trap it and just kill it. But if we lock ourselves into Earthquake, that invites in the chat out after. Which isn't the best, but then we revenge the chat out with Electivire. So that's supposedly fine. Because if we trap this thing and kill this thing right away, then Tukan has an amazing time against him. Yeah, let's do it this way. Nobody Earthquakes here. Exactly. Sleep Talk? Oh, I see what you're doing there, bro. But no, you're dead. Okay, that's an interesting play. Because he was trying to predict the Spore. That's cool. He's trapped though, so that's amazing. Now, that invites in chat out though. He doesn't know I'm banded. Doesn't know I'm banded though. He might go back into Marowak. But Marowak ain't a problem with the shit gone. Should we actually go Bronzer? I'm saving the Bronzer for the Chatot. Shiinotic also walls his Shiinotic in case he like gets a free sub. Salvali should also take a hit from Chatot if anything. I'm just thinking maybe like sag the Bronzer at this point and go into Tukan. But that's not the best. He might predict the switch. But I don't want to take damage on the Bronzor. This is good, but good for what? I guess it outspeeds Kecleon if it's not max speed. Then it outspeeds Shiinotic as well, and we can just Stone Age everything as soon as this thing is gone. Let's see what we sack. I don't want to sack the Silvally though. But I guess it is the sack. Maybe Evi? No, Evi is to revenge the Chatot. I guess Shiinotic isn't the biggest of the threats. We should go back into our own Shiinotic again, I suppose. It's faster though no matter what. Should we make a flex play and go Tukan? Let's make a flex play and go Tukan. Nice Stone Edge. That was a really dumb play. Because Tukan was also a Shiinotic check. It was an extremely stupid play from me. But what we will do now is we will just Spore. Because I guess he doesn't kill us. I guess he's banded or something because he just switched out, he didn't go for the Fire Punch. But why do you run banded? Isn't Thick Club better? Thick Club is always better. If he goes into his own Shiinotic, I'm just gonna spam Moonblast. He might think we don't have the Spore. I should have not sacked the Tukan, man. This was very stupid. I just wanted to make a flex play, but that's okay. That's fine. You always got a stunt. You always got a stunt to show that you are the dominating alpha battler, you know? That's how it be. That's how it has to be. I'm fearing the Chatot. I'm not fearing... Maybe I should fear the Kecleon more. Considering we have problems with the Kecleon now as soon as... Okay, that is interesting. So he's giving me the Spore and the Chatot, which is phenomenal. So not to fuck around. He's definitely sleeping for one turn. I'm just gonna go into Electivire right away. He goes Shiinotic. That is interesting. So does that allow him to get up a sub? I mean, we wall with our own Shiinotic, so I'm just gonna Volt Switch on the sub. He's gonna sub. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We'll go Shiinotic. I guess I should have thrown out Bronzor, to be honest. But now I just spam Moonblast. Get this 24. Not enough. But we can just spam it. Because his Giga Drain does 12. Okay. I mean, I'm trying to spam it to not let him get up a sub. If he subs, he's gonna take more damage. There is nothing... Like, as long as he is not behind a sub, after that, I suppose we'll go into Golem, but that invites in... We'll also get the special attack drop. I'm thinking of what to do after. That also, if we go Golem, I guess we gotta revenge it with... We could revenge it with Silvally. Why is Silvally asleep? Ah, he put us to sleep. Oh yeah, right. Why did he try to Spore again? Trying to break the sleep clause? What are you doing, boy? What are you doing, boy? That actually sucks. I should have thrown out the Silvally then. on the Marowak. That was very dumb of me. Again, I could have problems now, but I'm just gonna keep spamming Moonblast. Because he's gonna try to... Oh, he didn't burn any sleeps here, any sleep turns. Okay, so Shiinotic is gone. And we also live a hit. Okay, so he goes Kecleon. Interesting. Do we sack the Bronzer actually because we don't need it for the Showdown, it seems? Or we could also sack the Silvally. Then we can bring in Golem and just attack. Bronzer could be fine. Bronzer is the Pokemon that doesn't allow him to go for ground moves. But I feel like Bronzer is the expendable member, no? Is that the case? Okay, we need a cucumber. Let's go Bronzer. Yeah. It's Life Orb. But it's probably not max speed. Let's Life Orb stall him a little bit. Oh. Shadow Sneak. Okay. Drain Punch does a lot, what the hell? Drain Punch does a lot. Can we wake up? No, we wake up. Nice. We can save this to revenge the Marowak now. Actually, let's throw away the Bronzer now. Shadow Sneak, sure. That's actually good that he killed us. Let's go Golem and Earthquake. It should be faster. If he Drain Punches now, that's a throw. So Earthquake, that invites a Chatot, but has been asleep. So we don't need this anymore. We're just sacking this. It goes to the Earthquake. I lose Silvally, and I just Ice Beam. This probably doesn't kill, even though we're max special attack. That almost kills, and we get the freeze. What is my life without a freeze, right? But the thing is, he was revenged anyway. By HP Ice, Electivire, and then HP Ice probably killed in 2 hits the Chatot. So it really doesn't matter at this point. It's just that... yeah. It's just that the fact that we also... There hasn't been a single day where I didn't get freezes. We didn't freeze anyone today on the stream, but we freeze people on the ladder, which is great. And I guess on this will end. We didn't get the best opponents today, but it's all about how we analyze the stuff. See, this team is not good because I was struggling against a lot of quote-unquote threats. This team seems solid, but doesn't have too many outs, you know. So that's the problem. But that is about it for today. I'm Mefesto.